Epidemic Sound is the largest music and sound effects catalog of its kind, and you hear their stuff over 2.5 billion times a day. So, more than likely, you've heard a clip from Epidemic Sound, even if you didn't realize that it was licensed from there. So, this is what the homepage looks like. People use it on YouTube and advertising, documentaries, streaming. You can see some huge companies like Coca-Cola and Xbox and BuzzFeed utilize this platform. It is extremely, extremely popular. There is also an Epidemic Sound plugin that's now available for Adobe and DaVinci Resolve, which are two popular video editing platforms. So they make it even easier for you to use the tool. Now, since I am not the primary editor of the content on this channel, I actually log into Epidemic Sound versus using the plugin when I need some music clips. Here's a very practical example of how I use Epidemic Sound. When this timer video was initially created, it was utilized in my masterclass. So I wanted to start in a super peaceful manner, and I wanted to have music to accompany the countdown clock, okay? So within the Adobe Premiere editor, my editor dropped in the music, dropped in the video file, exported it, and so the music was attached to the video, okay? However, we just had our Christmas call for the Bootstrap creators. And I thought, man, it would be so much more fun if it wasn't, the mindful, chill music, but it was holiday music. So what I was able to do directly in Canva is I was able to add an Epidemic Sound clip on top of the existing video file and simply click on share and then download and save it as an MP4. And so without me having to bother my editor to completely redo the video, I was able to import the audio into Canva and add it to this timer video. When you upload audio files into Canva, you just click on Uploads, and once you select the file, it's going to show up under the Audio tab. So all of these clips that you see ES in front of are Epidemic Sound clips. So that's how easy it is for you to use their music in your Canva designs. So it could be you're creating an opening sequence for your YouTube channel. You're creating a timer video like me. You're creating a video ad. You can easily add the audio clips to Canva just by uploading it like you would a photo or a logo. So that's just one example of how it was used in my business recently. Now, if we go back into Epidemic Sound really does function as like a search engine for their clips. So you can type in the top, you can type in a genre, a mood, lyrics, and it's going to search their entire database for audio files that align with what you type in. You can also click on the drop down on the left-hand side if you're looking for a sound effect. Maybe you want to add a cha-ching noise to something, then you would look under sound effects versus music. The music is going to be a standalone clip. Now, let's just look at the top so I can kind of show you what you're looking at. On the far left-hand side, that's where you can actually preview the clip without downloading it. You'll see the name of the clip, and if you've already downloaded it, it's going to show you the last time that you downloaded it from the system, which in this case was September 14th, 2023. That was probably a part of a Pomodoro video. Then on the right-hand side, you're going to see the metadata for the audio file. You'll see the time of the clip. You'll see the beats per minute. Beats per minute essentially means, is it faster or is it slower? So if there are more beats per minute, then that means it's a faster clip. If there are less, that means it's a slower clip. But then obviously you can play it to see what it sounds like. Then you're going to see the genre. Is it hip hop? Is it folk? Is it Christmas? Is it classical? That's where you're going to see that. Underneath that, you're going to see some more descriptors that really kind of describe the mood of the clip. So in this case, they said dreamy, laid back. Very rarely are the moods helpful for me. So they're going to recommend some clips based on what you've previously downloaded. And so that's essentially what the AI is going to feed you at the top. Then they'll say more of what you like, and then they'll feature some different playlists. So you can also go through the playlist and find some from staff picks, new releases. This page goes on and on. Now, when it comes time to actually download, the download is not your typical download function. So you're going to click on that arrow and you're going to have a lot of options, okay? You can download the audio clip just as it played when you hit the play button. However, you can change things under the stems. You could say, okay, I only want a clip with the drums from this clip. I only want the bass. I only want instruments. I only want the melody. In some cases, some of the clips have singers on top of it. You could say, I don't want any vocals, or I do want vocals. And so you can have multiple versions of the same audio clip based on what you're hoping to get from it. In most cases, you're going to download the full mix, but in some cases, you may choose to do something very specific based on your needs. And so you have that option if you click on the down arrow. You can also just like clips. So if you're just going through and you're saying like, hey, I want to make sure these are easier to find in the future, let me go ahead and like them. Or you can add them to a playlist. And the playlists have been so helpful for my team because when we do those Pomodoro videos, because the clips are typically 2 to 3 minutes long and we're making a 2-hour long video, we need a lot of clips. And so a playlist is a great way to kind of sift through the library, compile clips, add them to the playlist. We can see what we've used and what we haven't used, so we can try to put fresh music on those videos to make it more enjoyable for you. And so what I highly recommend people do when they start doing YouTube is to incorporate music little by little by little, because it makes it more engaging. Yes, you guys are willing to sit through my 60-minute live streams on Monday, and I'm grateful for that. However, I do know for a fact that the production value in my pre-recorded content is really, really valued. I get comments all the time about how concise it is and how easy it is to follow. And so for me personally, I think that audio is important. Audio in terms of your microphone, making sure that you're in an area that has very clear audio without a bunch of noise going in the background, no sirens, no dog barking, things like that. But then also utilizing music. Even if the music just comes at the beginning and comes at the end, it makes a huge difference. So there is already a video on the channel about how to essentially create a YouTube video on your computer. And I use Canva, I use StreamYard, and I use Epidemic Sound. So if you are looking for a video that shows you the entire process of what does it look like to use a tool like this to create YouTube content, I would encourage you to watch that after this video finishes playing. If you like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to be one of the 3 that help me to bump up to the next level, you can go to LaShondaBrown.com/epidemicsound to sign up for your free trial today. Until next time, ta-ta for now.